Yo, 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 welcome to the Big Al podcast. It's your boy Big Al with my boy RWJ. Happy holidays. I ain't been on in a while. I had to take care of some personal business, but there's been a lot of news going around, a lot of shit been going on. And we want to touch one thing we want to touch on was being like big news is my boy Travis Hunter. As you know, his girl that he's dating or been with for a while, they've been calling her potential gold digger. Go ahead. Yeah, I've been all right. Just thinking some personal things or whatever, but we had to, you know, get them episodes going for the viewers, keep this thing going. How you say, keep that, train going out, you see what I'm saying? And shout out to all the podcasters out there. Shit, hey, let's blow this thing up. Shout out to Dayton, Ohio, let's go ahead. We got the music and I see some, podcasts, on YouTube. Check those out from veterans from Dayton, Ohio. So Dayton, Ohio, represent, 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 and hopefully we'll be like shit, New York and Cali. We're gonna put this motherfucker on the map. Instead of going out there, y'all come to us. You know what I'm saying? It's real talent in Dayton, Ohio. There's a lot of talent out here. We just hopefully everybody band together and shit and fuck it, let's just make a conglomerate. We ain't gotta go out of town to make it. We can make it here. This is us right here. This is our city. You know what I'm saying? You from Dayton, Ohio. Hey, you born and raised here. Let's represent. Back to that Travis Hunter issue or situation with his woman and touch on that because you said something we was talking off camera that kind of made so much sense and I never look at it in the light because from my perspective, I'm looking at a chick that's, looking at a potential, NFL star. He could play defense and offense. He's been a star his whole life, basically. And, like you might say he like a LeBron James of football.
For sure.
Played both sides. Not right. Not saying he's the only one, but I think, in this day and age, the spotlight is on him for what we could do on the field, which in the NFL, they'll probably leave him at one position. But, back to home, girl, like touch on that, what you were saying about him being handpicked because it was pretty good. I kind of like that analysis that you were talking about.
Way that I look at it, the way a lot of people look at it, it's a lot of athletes that are handpicked. And when I say handpicked, I'm not saying they don't work hard or nothing like that. That's not at all what I'm saying. I would never take nothing from nobody and their body of work. He's a Heisman winner. The man has done great things that only some people can imagine. What I'm saying is that since he was younger, he's had a spotlight on him that a lot of people never had, and will never have the chance to have.
Right.
So by the time he was in high school, he already a top recruit. By the time he was a sophomore in high school, he already had some of the biggest schools in the world looking at him. Travis Hunter isn't no new name. He's a household name. He's a household name. And a lot of people don't know, which something that he disclosed, that him and his woman have been together for a long time.
Which I didn't even know. I just
They
thought.
have been together for a while. They didn't just start dating. They have been together for a while. So, y'all gotta understand that in the midst of all his glory right now, he like, I got somebody who was with me before I was receiving this amount of attention, this amount of money, before the NIL deal, all of that. So, y'all, the people who are hating on the situation, and when I say hating, I mean the people who have too much to say about it in a negative limelight, I would say that y'all gotta just step back and just look at his perspective.
So, like, far as when people talk about the negative part of Travis and his girl's relationship, okay, they had one situation where he wins the Heisman Trophy and then she didn't get up. So it's like people looking like she's not enthusiastic about his accomplishments. It's like she's looking at that pot of gold. Is she, or you just think it just this time?
It's not about her being enthusiastic or not. You have to understand she's used to this. She's used to Travis receiving awards. She's used to him being the best player on the field. She's used to this. This is her life. For us, this is a show, but for her, this is her life.
But he's in Division I football, so you got other candidates that were up for the Heisman Trophy. It wasn't a guarantee that he would have won. So I just think the way she looked, she was like, "Oh, I gotta be here." It's like I don't think she's one of those chicks that like wants the spotlight, or like you got some women that don't probably even interested in football to that extent. So maybe that's like she just gave that look like, "Oh, I'm just here because that's my man. I'm supporting him." And what about Travis Hunter did go and respond to it, saying like, "Y'all ain't never had no women and this and that." To me, a hit dog gonna holler. So I think he felt some type of way. Me, if I'm Travis Hunter and I know what my woman's all about, I wouldn't even ever respond to it. Like, what's the issue? You got uh people just trolling, responding, just talking shit. Everybody gonna talk shit. It's just like if something happened in your life and people know about it, people go say shit. It's just me ain't on the bigger stage, he on the bigger stage. So now he feels some type of way and then go to respond. If I'm Dion, I'm like, man, don't listen to that shit. Like, why you gonna respond to some motherfuckers you never gonna see?
Yeah, that's another thing that I want to look that you gotta look at. Him responding makes him bigger. Every time he opened his mouth to say something else about it, while going out there and catching a touchdown and then getting a pick on the other end of the ball, it ain't doing nothing but making him bigger. Because where I heard it from originally, now there's probably some older cats out there who probably heard it from somewhere.
Right.
But I heard it from NWA first, where all publicity is good publicity. So,
Right.
man, he's eating it right now. He's enjoying it. He's loving it. I'm going to enjoy it. He's just, if you ask me, every time I see him talk about it, he got a smile on his face.
So you think he don't feel no type of way, especially when they said he was waiting 3 hours while his one was in there partying to come out, which, I mean, I'm going to drop you off and call me when you're ready. We in the cell phone era now. It ain't like back in the day when you had to do that shit. I would have been like, you know what?
We don't know. We don't really know what Travis was doing. And even if that's what Travis decided to do, we don't know why. Travis could have been tired and said, "I'm about to sleep, go to sleep." Him and her could have been on the bus. He said, "You want to go party? I'm going to sleep."
I mean, nothing wrong with that either,
We was not there, but
he's sitting outside waiting 3 hours. That's nonsense.
that's what I mean. I guess to a degree, I'm advocating for him because his perspective is unique and he laid out his journey. So at the same time, so it's hard to not like everybody.
So what if, when she get around them NFL niggas, cause she gonna want to be with him when he get drafted. Then when he gets drafted, she with the other niggas that's making that paper. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder if she gonna switch up on.
Even if that's even he ain't gonna give a fuck.
Then why then she'll go and say like I wasn't like interested in him at first. He had to grow him. It was like, damn, she tried to say it like he's Steve Urkel or something, like he Urkeling out here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you Steve Urkel said like, what did she get with them niggas that got that cheese for real? And she see like there's gonna be niggas that's richer than Travis Hunter in the NFL superstar that's already established. So she get around that, it's over with. She to me a classic gold digger. Then most yeah, like most NFL players retire, they get a divorce, or NBA because the money dry up. Depending how they say they money. Some basketball players are not good investors. Two, most of that money come on their second contract. Like there's a lot of shit and tail that goes into the contracts, and they get taxed.
But I feel like this should be our next conversation after talk about this. the differences between the NBA, because them are the two, major, predominantly black leagues.
Sports. Yeah.
So that's something I want to touch on. I want to talk about something different. Kind of compare them a little bit. Kind of pick your brain on that. But something I do want to say is that on the interview that Travis Hunter did with Channing and Ryan and all the boys.
Pivot podcast.
Yeah, the Pivot, yep.
Shout out to the Pivot.
Yeah, shout out to them, man. Yeah, they doing their thing. But
sure.
He said that he is a troll. He said he trolled him. He said trolled him. He said like it. He said, keep trolling. He said they trolling me. I'm trolling them.
Right.
So, and then at the same time too, you got to look at the age difference. You like older.
Right.
He's that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Younger. His mindset a little different in the media.
Mm-hmm.
You and him can have the same amount of free time during the day, but you probably gonna look at his phone more time.
True. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
And you right, because before the internet, the ball players or they had issue with somebody, they gonna confront them. They gonna get at them. But you got the Twitters and all that, so some people could be internet gangsters. They just go on there and say shit because they know they never gonna meet this motherfucker in life. So if you go back and forth with them, it's just all right, I'm just giving he or she more material to keep on coming back and talking shit. When you ignore them, they just don't matter. Especially if you get money. It's why would you worry about what somebody's saying if you get money? You shouldn't even bother. It's all right, you say what you want to say. This is all good. You know what I'm saying? Leave it at that. That's how I look at it. But the worst thing for me is that Twitter and fucking Instagram when they sit back and just talk shit to each other. Cause hell, every now and then I'll troll on that fucker. When they had that first, how you feel about my nigga Kirk Cousin getting benched? Man, and I seen it coming. I seen it coming. Dude, y'all lost 6 straight games. He's playing horrible. I don't know because of they still trying to come back from that ACL. Or he just ain't playing comfortable. He just he kind of losing his timing a little bit. And he got that bread from him. He got the best agent in sports history. For him to get that money, he only won 1 playoff game made, so entire career.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy work. I'm if I get rich, I'm gonna get a motherfucker like that to negotiate my deal. If I had a contract on doing this shit, I'll be all right, you gonna negotiate my shit. Yes, that motherfucker bull. And they came back and won. They still in the race though, because Tampa Bay lost, and I think they're 8-7. So it's man. Then they probably gonna release him, but I don't see no other teams picking him up no more. Especially if we get that, he still got that big ass contract. But they're gonna have to pay him
probably gonna have to give him at least. They either gonna have to cut him.
Oh, they gonna cut him. They're gonna release.
They gonna cut him. That's what I'm saying. I don't even think they're gonna pay him. I think they're gonna cut him. But I think he's done.
He done. Yeah, he been done.
Kirk Cousins. I think that you say I feel like Kirk Cousins. I'm trying to think who I could compare him to. I feel like he had a solid career statistically.
I like Kirk Cousins. I just think that.
Don't get me wrong, but he's not gonna. He never won. So it's hard to say that. So it's hard to classify him per se, but I'll say if you have let's say a list of 4 tiers, 1 being the best, 4 being 4 being great, but good but not great.
And he coming off that Achilles injury. So I don't think he really his timing is still off to me. Like it was pretty good. Like during some of the games they did win. Maybe because it was the offensive coordinator was putting in plays here and there to kind of supplement of like I don't think he's like mobile like he could normally be in the pocket. That's his timing is off, and he got that bag though. He was smart.
He definitely got that big way to score. But I'll say that honestly I think he's aging, getting there. Just and coming back from an Achilles injury at that age, he at that age, taking them here to the younger guys in the league, faster, stronger. Hard to keep up, man. He can't keep up the way he should be able to, man. I mean, Falcons have, when you look at their team, they have weapons and win games. It's like, how do you go out and beat Philly?
Right.
I think like you said, I just think he came back too fast.
It's like with Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles. I just think that you tell your Achilles, that's a major injury, and I just think they're just not going to be the same no more. They're not able to be mobile because you lose a step, especially at their age, like compared to like 35, 36, I think. And,
you do that when you're maybe 20, 21, 22.
Aaron Rodgers, like, I think 40.
Actually recover over time. But
so they took away a lot of his game. I don't think he's saying it, but that's what I think what it is. It had hampered him. Like with my nigga Paul George, he struggled. I don't know if they just trying to. He's not in game shape.
I think
he struggled.
Yeah, you're right. He been about 15 tonight. He ain't 30. He ain't 28 a game. He ain't who he floor.
But you know what? I think he probably thought he would come in and be that third option and really don't have to play hard. He's like, you know what? We got backseat and Embiid. I can kind of be like the third wing man. And like the third option, I'm cool with that. I don't have to play a lot of big minutes. I can score mine in bunches. And all right, what I'm saying? Because I think Paul George might have took a beating over the years. He's still effective. He still can play. And I just think with him leaving and they get that low ball from Clippers, you can saying like, we believe Kawhi, but we don't believe we'll wait on. It's Kawhi that ended in this so many games.
Yeah. I like he didn't miss.
Yeah, doing a podcast. Podcast P.
Yeah, shout out to that.
P. You know what I'm saying?
I just think that, he getting older. Then you go to a big injury. Where he went to. I think he went to Philly with the mindset like I'm trying to win.
Yeah, but
I kind of want to go somewhere where I can be, like you said, that small piece that the team just needs.
That's right.
And that's, to be honest, that is what Philly needs. But if he could give, honestly, like if he was consistent, like once he get that step going, I think he'll get there. Like I think PG still got to get 2-3 years left in his career before he actually starts to decline.
I don't see him like that 24 points per game anymore. I see him between 16 and 17. Like in that.
But I think
right there.
But now, I'll be honest, I think he can get it. But
if he get a game shape, you know what I'm saying? You could probably make it happen.
I think honestly, it's just about shot selection. I think that he takes 3 shots.
Yeah, when you just like, I'm gonna be the third wing man, so like, this shot selection don't be that much. It's like, okay, let's take the DeMar DeRozan. When he went with the Clippers, I thought that was bad. Because I think they want a small forward team player. They want him to be like that team guy, not the guy that I'm a not DeRozan with Sacramento, man.
Oh, Sacramento. You said
My bad, John. I'm in Sacramento, so you was
you. I'm
Sacramento.
like, hold on. You said the Clippers at first. I'm like, man.
Oh, that gas. Nah, it went with Sacramento. I think Sacramento wanted him like be like that role player, like we just need you that role, that third, fourth option. It's like that shit ain't working, and I think it's fucking up with De'Aaron Fox. He wanted to sign a contract. He wants an extension. Sacramento is struggling. They added DeMar DeRozan. I would have kept my young pieces. Real. They got too many young pieces. Like,
Yeah.
just give them a couple more years to build. They can be a top two. They did not need DeRozan. I'm like, he just didn't really do nothing for me. I'm like, you could have went another way.
Yeah, I felt like if they were gonna go somewhere, they should have went young.
Definitely went young. I'm like, why?
Try to trade away for a couple picks,
Right.
It didn't even have to be. It didn't have to be no. They could have been developmental players, steal somebody after draft, like
Exactly.
because I think honestly, once they get a good center that can come off the bench, average about 10 boards a game.
Right, like Sabonis to kind of, then you can kind of make them more of a scorer.
So Sabonis can offensively take over the game. Like,
Yeah.
Sabonis is nice. Like,
Yes.
I watch him play, like, he looked like one of them. Like, him and Jokic, like, he really like Jokic, he just faster. Like, he can jump. Like, he can pass, he can rebound, he can score.
Yeah, he can do all that. Yeah, exactly. He can do all that.
That's nice. So, I think we'll see something out of Sabonis. I think we'll see a couple championships maybe in his way if he decides to get out of Sacramento. I don't think no championships don't swing Sacramento's way.
Yep.
But even though they do have a team, because the Aaron Fox is that boy's terrible.
I wonder if they're going to try to trade him. Because, he want a contract extension.
Who, De'Aaron Fox?
Yeah.
They better give it to him.
They haven't done it yet.
Oh, they crazy as fuck if they that'd be the craziest. It'd literally be the same. It'd be literally like the same thing they did with DeMarcus Cousins.
Right.
Even though, who was that? Tyreek Evans. He was kind of, at that time, he was young and he was kind of injury prone at the time. So.
I tell you what, if DeMarcus Cousin never got hurt, he would went down as one of the best power forwards ever. To me, he was a dog. Like, dude was straight dog.
I mean,
it's like when he tore his.
If he would have made the game, I think it's easier. He would have had probably like 10 years of just doing what he was doing for like that. Maybe like about 4 or 5 years.
Right.
You'd have had another 5 on the game. He was great. But yeah, Boogie was.
Yeah, he was a dog. He
was in good for Embiid for real, like moving, shooting.
Yeah.
They can quick.
Then my nigga Z-Bo, another beast. That nigga, boy, we was with Memphis. Hey, Z-Bo, Tony Allen, Marcus Shaw, them motherfuckers, they gave me 48 minutes of hell on that defense, boy.
You want to just buy that score.
You was there, hey, it's like you play against them, you're gonna work for every point in their defense. They just knew how to switch. They knew their assignments.
And that's why, and I'm about to say something that you might not agree with. That's why I think Stephen Curry is really point guard of all time. He had to deal with that defense.
Yeah, I mean,
he beat them with no KD. Right. Went all the way.
Right.
I think
but the game, the game. Well, by that time, the game was changing because people were taking more 3-point shots.
They was holding the jerseys and all that.
Now I'm talking about
the only person shooting like that back then was Stephen Clay.
Yeah, that's what
started to shoot like that a little bit.
Right.
Wasn't nobody really shooting like that.
That's what I said when DeMarcus Cousins got hurt. And when he rehabbed back, the game changed. It's like when they broke up the Grizzlies, it's like they had that team built. They should have been in the final. They would be some teams in the playoffs. I just think when they broke it up, it was like we can't win, and they broke it up. But to me, that's when the game started changing. Teams were taking more 3 pointers. It wasn't that traditional bang it in the paint. It was more of a we gonna shoot the three. We gonna beat them with the jump shots. We gonna tire them out.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. The game it changed.
Little petty foul. But not
Yeah,
really. It's just like now it's a little harder to get away because officials looking for certain shit. But a lot of the stuff that went on back then, people still play dirty. You watch basketball now, you know that now the league is changing. I say within like the last 3 to 4 years, but anything before like that 2019 is kind of when the year starts to change. Like after COVID,
right.
that's when the league starts to change. Before that, the league was still gritty and physical. The league has always been physical. Basketball is a physical sport.
Yeah, but now physical,
How do you think most players get injured because of physicality?
not physical like it was like back in the night. Physical
Yeah, because you're gonna get kicked out. You're gonna get suspended, like or kicked off a team. Down, like
that physicality was
you're not
not
about
no
to be
joke.
doing that. You ain't about to be punching nobody or nothing like that. Like the odds of a punch being thrown in the league today is slim.
Right, because the game had changed. If the physicality to me kind of changed towards the late 2000s.
Even though guys do still tussle, like
Yeah,
still,
but back then, like the New York Knicks of the 90s, the motherfuckers, hey, they can't beat you in the ball game. They're gonna fight you. So, but they had gritty defense though. Like
poor sportsmanship.
that's what the game changed. They took out the hard fouls and made them flagrant fouls. Like those flagrant fouls they be calling now. That was a regular foul back in the 80s and 90s because the game was physical. I will say there was a less talent. It's harder to pick. Like if you put those guys in today's game, they wouldn't survive because these
I
guys.
think the greats would. I don't think that the. I
I'm
think
talking about
the
the role players, like with the
I think
Knicks.
some of the good role players might still be good role players in today's game because basketball is still basketball. But
Right,
like, I think that that's what people don't realize. Like basketball is still basketball. Just because you make it look pretty, you don't make it any more or less basketball.
right.
If I just take a regular layup and you do something freaky, like it's still the same. Like you still score 2 points.
But the ratings have been down lately. It's been tanking. So
Yeah,
with that
taking is
too much shooting going on, no diversity in the game.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of teams do. They just decide to check their shots. If you get a shot and you're just slightly open, just go ahead and shoot.
Yeah. And I think, story about that about Mike Conley, where he got burnt over in Utah. Now, when he went to Utah, everybody in Mike Conley game was smacked to the hole, to the rim. And his coach told him, like, you need to take more 3 points.
Fuck him.
Fuck this game up.
Mike Conley can.
Yeah.
No, he could. He had a good. Maybe
it wasn't his game. His game was
wasn't
more
sure.
of a slash and being a distributor and being a leader, like a floor general.
Sorry,
To me, he was sort of like Andre Miller.
Mike Conley.
Yeah, he earned his contract. He got the 200 million. That motherfucker, he's still playing. But he's more of like the role player, but he makes sure the other guys get involved. Yeah. I said, oh yeah, he's still playing like it's like motherfuckers like Chris Paul. But he a good floor general too.
In shape, and they play basketball in a way to where they don't have to be physical.
Right.
Chris Paul been playing. Chris Paul, I mean, we've been seeing it. Chris Paul, his basketball like he was.
Yeah, like LeBron. They said LeBron. I think Chris Paul's. I think his is too high. Like,
I think his had the highest basketball IQ.
Look what he did with Phoenix. Took
look
them
what he did
to the
with.
final.
Then look what he did with OKC.
OKC. Man.
I mean, took them to the playoffs.
Man, and that dude was a dog.
Chris Paul ain't nobody to the finals.
He took the Phoenix Suns.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, when they lost to Milwaukee.
Wow, I forgot about that. That was such a like.
Yeah, I blame it on,
I watched the whole series.
I blame it on that DeAndre Ayton on that foul truck. He just should Giannis get that dude hell.
I just think that they should have been able to rely on DeAndre Ayton a little bit. I just think he didn't play how he played throughout the season.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
that moment, I think he kind of just shied away from the big moment.
I think Giannis was too fast for him. Like Giannis, like if Yoko said, like, hey, bro, you got Giannis tonight. You could be like elite defender, but you know what I'm saying, the man is so quick and he just so agile and he, you know, say he got the long arms, he not use them motherfuckers, boy. He gonna fucking move. He just know what to do. He stretches the floor. Like that dude just
So
too
my
much.
question is, do you think Giannis is the top 5 power forward ever?
Yes.
Okay, I like that.
I'm gonna tell you, to me was his breakout game when he was in the playoffs against Toronto just before they even won championships. And he was like start to develop. And the way he was playing under the rim was nasty work. That motherfucker was in the paint giving nasty work. Tell him, giving nasty work. And I knew then, like, this motherfucker was dangerous. He just he buttered like in the paint.
He just, yeah, Giannis is crazy. So if you think Giannis is top 5, what's your top? That's like that conversation going somewhere else, but I gotta know, like, what's your top 5? Your power forward, like, let me hear it.
Tim Duncan, Charles Barkley, Kobe Giannis, Sean Kemp.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably say Rasheed Wallace.
What?
Between Rasheed Wallace, Chris Webber.
Ever?
Yeah.
Whoa.
This
That list is bad, huh?
Chris Webber got robbed.
That list is horrible. I want everybody to shit
Chris
on
Webber, like
that list. Shout out to those guys who hooped. They were nice. And they primed and the guys who still hooping or whatever the case may be, shout out to them. But that list was not good. I'm about to tell you what top 5 is way better. And you're gonna be like, man. But maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I can't persuade your mind. But I got Tim Duncan. I think personally,
Yeah, Tim Duncan for sure.
yeah, Tim Duncan got to be number 1. I can't argue with that. But I would say Giannis, KG, Dirk, and then 5. I go Barkley.
I forgot about that nigga Dirk. That motherfucker.
I'm gonna be honest. The only reason I'm giving KP the slight edge over Dirk is I'm in the holiday spirit.
KG was a beast though.
I feel like at their peak, KG and Dirk like damn near neck and neck. When I say KG's peak was just maybe a little higher.
And he had that off balance jump shot.
Even though they both made it to the finals and shit. And I think that Dirk's championship run, arguably greatest final. That was probably the greatest playoff run ever. That was the greatest final run ever. You got to think they swept Kobe.
Yep.
They beat that young OKC team, and then they beat who else?
Miami in the finals.
Beat Miami in the finals.
Came down 2-0. And just
They
came
beat
and beat
somebody else too. I can't remember. They beat another good team that year. But they beat another good team that year. Well, I can't think off the top of my head. Man, that playoff run was crazy. Because I think KG had Minnesota been willing to invest some money into somebody that could have helped him, I think his career would have been like way.
You know, he won Celtics. So he got that ring. They've been to the finals twice. You know, he did his thing though.